part 2 of that frame repair that we did in the last video. In this one, we're actually gonna weld up the thin spots of the frame and get it painted, get it grinded down, smoothed as nice as we can, and then hopefully put the brackets on and get the leaf springs on. I mean, as you guys saw in the last video, these aren't looking too hot. I mean, you can see how just absolutely thin that got and weak and crusty, and the frame did the same thing. We're remedying that.
No.
What are we getting into?
We're gonna end up welding some stuff because it's an Ohio truck.
Actually, it's Canadian, eh?
Canadians don't use salt. Fine. Don't let the internet fool you, kids. So today's objective is I'm gonna take this buzz box and hopefully I don't make permanent contact with this because it will pop the breaker on the extension cord over there in the corner. And we're gonna weld up some holes and fill some stuff in and try not to catch ourselves on fire. No promises on the last part because I know he's off duty.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's so hot. Here's where we're at on the passenger side. Ethan's over there still welding on the driver's side. But you can see this was actually a really thin spot right here, so he had to stack a couple beads through there to get that filled up. But over here it's completely flat. My grinder battery died, that's why this side's all ugly. But this is where my bracket's going, so I want to get done first. But yeah, when my grinder charges, we'll get that all squared away, painted, and we'll be all good to go. This is just the first coat of paint going on through here. And like I said, you can see it's not perfect, but it's close enough. But the most important thing is that it's strong. The bracket's gonna go right here, and this is just where a thin spot was, where the helper spring pad sat. But it's looking good. Like I said, it's strong as can be. Got it painted inside and out. Coming over to the passenger side. This one got a little bit more light. Same thing over here. You can see where we welded, but like I said, it's not pretty, but the most important thing is that it's strong and it's gonna hold. So, I'm happy. Got the frame painted. It's nicer than it was. I'm gonna do the back ones later at a different time. They're not nearly as bad. But yeah, moving right along. All right, while we're waiting on the frame to dry, I got a little side quest. So pretty much since I bought this truck, there's been a scratch from the windshield wiper when there wasn't a wiper on it. They just had the arm on there and they hit the button, and I don't know. But I don't want somebody else working on my stuff. I'm weird about it. And this truck's got a really cool old registration tag over on the passenger side that I don't want to get rid of. With that being said, I've always had this scratch and I wasn't really sure what to do about it. So I did some research, and thankful for Amazon, I found a windscreen polishing kit. I read the reviews. Everybody said it takes elbow grease, but I've done about half of it, and the results are pretty impressive. Let me show you. Okay, so looking over at this side, this is towards the middle of the windshield, so I haven't really gotten to it yet. It's quite the reach. But I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but that's my fingernail hitting the scratch. I mean, it's pretty deep. Now you come over here and you can see it, but it starts really getting thin, and I mean, it came all the way down to here. And you can, I mean, it's barely there, but you can see it gets thick. So probably another 20 minutes or so on that, and hopefully it'll be gone. Yeah, I'll show you how to do it. So in this kit, you get your polishing compound, you get 2 pads, and you get the little like drill chuck. Oh, and they give you a cool little towel. But any microfiber will work. So So yeah. So I mean, it's as simple as it gets. If you've ever polished a wheel or even polished your car, you can figure this out. So take your compound, put it on your pad. And what I do is I kind of take it and dab it all where I want to go. Smear it out. That way, one, it's not flinging everything everywhere. Get a nice thin coating across your whole windshield, or your whole scratch, I should say. And you just start buffing. You don't want to focus on one area too much. I mean, it's like I said, it's like buffing paint. Because you don't want to, obviously you don't want to scratch it again, but you want to kind of fan out and make it all smooth and match up with the rest of your windshield. Oh, this battery's dead. Dang it. So I'm at a stopping point because both of my Milwaukee batteries died, but right here is about where I started to taper off, and you can see just how thin that scratch gets, and it came all the way down to here before, and it's hardly even recognizable. It's just a tool for the toolbox. I'm not saying it's gonna fix every scratch, but as you can see, it's gotten way more gooder compared to what it was. So for those of you that have a smaller scratch that's not as deep or anything like that, that don't feel like replacing a window because you don't think it's worth it, try this out. It's on Amazon. Just look up windshield polishing kit. It's been working great for me. It does take elbow grease, but what doesn't, So I'm liking it. Yeah, give it a little bit more time and it'll come right out. Here's the passenger side all finished up and bolted on. I mean, finished to a point, right? Obviously the leaf spring isn't on, but it's all bolted in there. Frame's painted. I stopped up there. I'll paint the rest later. But it's looking good. I'm really happy with how it's coming out. And yeah, time to finish up the driver's side and then get all the suspension bolted back together and we'll be back on the road. We are all said and done with that. Leaf springs all put back in. Just got to lower the jack down. I'm actually going to put it back on dollies just so I can move it around in the garage. But the truck's ready to be, drivable again. Pretty excited. I'm really happy with how it's come out. Okay, that's a wrap on this video. The suspension's back together, and I couldn't be happier. We made it way stronger than what it was. I mean, it was really thin metal. It was almost sheet metal at that point. But we got that all filled in with weld and got the new brackets on. Got some new bolts, obviously, because took rivets out, you got to put bolts in, but besides the point, I think it's better anyway. Next project that stemmed from this one, MSD ignition box. When you weld on a vehicle that has an MSD box, you're supposed to take it out completely. Old stories of people that weld on their cars and they leave the box in and it fries the box. So I took mine out just to be safe. So I figure next video can be over how to install one of those if you haven't, or if you need to replace one. But if you need to replace one, odds are you know how to put it in because you put it in before. But yeah, that'll be our next video. We'll go over how to install an MSD box and an MSD system. So yeah, thanks for watching. Not sure when the next video is going to be out.
I got to go out of town this weekend for my buddy Matt's wedding. Matt, who was in the water pump video, is getting married this weekend, so congrats, Matt. But yeah, we're all done for this one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. It feels weird asking that. I'm still not used to it. But if you like it, if you like the video, actually. Helps me out, gets videos out there. Anyway, you guys get it. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.